Consider a future in which China, the largest carbon dioxide emitter on the planet, becomes the global champion in electric vehicles. Although this may seem like a pipe dream, it is currently a burgeoning reality rather than a figment of the imagination. The Chinese electric vehicle EV market is a titan in the international arena, distinguished by its innovation and staggering development. China has emerged as a leading contender in the electric mobility competition in recent years, a development that can be attributed to its strong industrial policies and consumers' eagerness to adopt innovative technologies. Commencing with the government's calculated effort to mitigate carbon emissions in an air-polluted nation, the transition to electric vehicles evolved into a public health objective as well as an environmental necessity. The Chinese government, through the implementation of numerous incentives such as subsidies for electric vehicle purchasers, investments in charging infrastructure, and stringent regulations on conventional internal combustion engines, has been instrumental in this transition. This policy initiative by the government has stimulated a thriving environment for domestically produced EV manufacturing firms, some of which have since achieved global recognition. These firms were initially able to invest significantly in research and development as a result of these policies. In addition to advancements in autonomous driving technologies and extended battery life that stretch the limits of what electric vehicles are capable of, Chinese consumers have demonstrated a growing preference for electric vehicles. Significant roles are played by elements such as enhanced charging infrastructure, lower operating costs, and the availability of numerous options in the EV market. Consumer demand worldwide is being redirected away from conventional petrol and diesel cars by the appeal of greener, more technologically advanced automobiles. An extensive domestic market and substantial investments in battery technology are bolstering China's EV market dominance. Chinese corporations have emerged as crucial participants in the worldwide electric vehicle supply chain. Not only is China's EV market expanding rapidly, but it is exploding. The Chinese government is investing heavily in electric vehicles, which is propelling this boom. In an era where environmental consciousness is growing globally, China has strategically positioned itself as a dominant force in the electric vehicle EV market. This achievement is not coincidental, but rather the result of meticulous planning facilitated by government policies and incentives. To commence, it is imperative to examine how the state is expediting the transition to electric mobility. To begin with, the government has implemented significant subsidies for electric vehicle manufacturers and consumers alike. Financial incentives reduce production costs for manufacturers and increase the affordability of electric vehicles (EVs) for the average consumer. For instance, purchasers of specific electric vehicles may be eligible for tax deductions or cashback offers. This has not only stimulated sales, but also fostered a culture of EV acceptance among the general populace. China invests significantly in infrastructure to support electric vehicles, in addition to subsidies. Charging stations are being installed at an unprecedented rate throughout the nation, transforming the landscape from expansive urban centers to more rural regions. The proliferation of charging infrastructure is reducing range anxiety, which is a substantial impediment to the worldwide adoption of electric vehicles. Moreover, the Chinese government has enacted rigorous regulations that prioritize electric vehicles over conventional gasoline-powered automobiles. Certain municipalities impose limitations on the quantity of newly issued license plates for gasoline-powered vehicles, while EVs plates are more easily accessible. This regulatory framework encourages manufacturers and consumers to adopt electric alternatives. Government-led initiatives play a pivotal role in shaping a market that is not only favorable for electric vehicle sector growth, but also in line with global sustainability objectives. They accomplish this by cultivating an ecosystem that provides subsidies, infrastructure, and regulations to support electric vehicles. China is leading the way toward a greener future. Therefore, while government support is vital, it is not the only factor propelling the market. Let us delve into the remaining trends. The rate of technological advancement is phenomenal, and Chinese consumers are enthusiastically embracing this development. The technology of batteries takes center stage. The replacement of conventional lithium-ion batteries with solid-state batteries, which offer increased energy density, quicker charging times, and extended lifespans, is underway. This represents a significant advancement that has the potential to revolutionize the capabilities and electric vehicle range. Concurrently, China's charging infrastructure is experiencing a substantial shift from active urban regions to more isolated rural areas. The installation of charging stations is progressing at a remarkable rate, with an emphasis not only on augmenting the quantity of charging points, but also on improving their charging velocity. The proliferation of ultra-fast charging stations, which can recharge electric vehicle batteries to 80% capacity in less than 20 minutes, is a pivotal development that reduces range anxiety among prospective EV purchasers and is critical to the widespread adoption of EVs. Transitioning towards consumer preferences, there is a discernible and increasing number of Chinese consumers are choosing electric vehicles. Environmental considerations are a major factor, with an increasing number of individuals placing a premium on sustainable transportation options. The public's positive reception of the Chinese government's efforts to reduce carbon emissions has contributed to the momentum of this transition. Moreover, in China, the economic benefits of EV ownership cannot be disregarded. Reduced operating expenses, government subsidies, and exemption from certain license plate lotteries render electric vehicles a financially appealing alternative to conventional gasoline-powered vehicles. Moreover, the incorporation of cutting-edge technologies, including assistance-driven autonomous driving capabilities and smart connectivity options, transforms EVs from a merely utilitarian selection into a desirable one. These features not only improve mobility but also seamlessly integrate with the overarching user experience. The electric vehicle industry in China, despite being a hub of innovation and aggressive growth, faces formidable obstacles. One of the primary challenges is the intense competition, which extends beyond domestic brands and includes international players venturing into the Chinese market. The proliferation of companies has resulted in a cutthroat struggle for market share, where only the most resilient and inventive entities manage to endure. An additional critical concern is the quality of vehicles, as manufacturers hasten to introduce new models and secure market share. However, in the haste, some may compromise on quality. Moreover, despite advancements in battery technology, potential EV purchasers continue to be plagued by range anxiety, the fear that their vehicles will not have sufficient charge to reach their destination. This apprehension is exacerbated by an underdeveloped charging infrastructure, especially in rural and remote regions where the density and accessibility of charging stations are not yet comparable to those in more developed EV markets. Such a deficiency in infrastructure may discourage potential customers. Strong government support for sustainable practices and renewable energy has paved the way for exponential growth. Government subsidies and incentives increase public accessibility to EVs, thereby accelerating its adoption rate. Moreover, Chinese enterprises are swiftly progressing in electric vehicle technology, specifically in the areas of battery efficiency and cost reduction. This technological advantage may enable China to assume a leading position not only domestically, but also internationally in the coming years. Moreover, the increasing consciousness of environmental issues among Chinese consumers is anticipated to bolster demand for EVs, which is in line with worldwide trends towards sustainability. The potential for the Chinese EV market to flourish is vast, despite the numerous obstacles that lie in its path. The Chinese EV market is currently facing a critical juncture, and the choices that are achieved now will have a profound impact on its future. As we have examined in this discourse, several critical factors are at play in ascertaining the trajectory of this ever-evolving market. Firstly, it is crucial to acknowledge that government policies and subsidies have been instrumental in driving the Chinese electric vehicle market to its present pinnacle. The future trajectory of the market or modifications to these policies could either expedite its expansion or present substantial obstacles. For instance, if the government opts to eliminate subsidies, as recently indicated in announcements, the market might initially encounter a deceleration as manufacturers and consumers adapt to the altered economic realities. Furthermore, technological advances are crucial. The convergence of advancements in electric motor efficiencies and the swift progression of battery technology may result in reduced expenses and an expanded driving range for electric vehicles. These enhancements are crucial for expanding the appeal to consumers and, if sustained at the current rate, could significantly shift the market in favor of electric vehicles. Consumer preferences in China are progressively shifting towards sustainability and innovation trends, which are conspicuously evident in major cities such as Shanghai and Beijing. As an increasing number of consumers choose electric vehicles, their combined decision will stimulate additional investments and innovations in the sector. Concerns such as the accessibility of charging infrastructure, the environmental ramifications of battery manufacturing, and international trade disputes may all exert an influence on the course of the Chinese electric vehicle market. Effectively tackling these obstacles will necessitate collaborative endeavors from policymakers and industry frontrunners. In anticipation of the future, the EV market presents numerous potential scenarios, one of which envisions China's continued dominance in the global EV market. Alternatively, if critical challenges are not effectively addressed, the market may encounter stagnation, resulting in a decline in global market share to other emerging competitors. Uncertainty surrounds the future of the Chinese EV market, but one thing is certain: China is at the forefront of the EV revolution, which is here to stay. Excited about the future of electric vehicles? Subscribe for in-depth insights and the latest updates on the booming EV market and stay ahead in the green revolution.